Welcome all. In this video, we will discuss about the introduction to Islamic banking and finance. What is Islamic banking and finance, and what are the some philosophical aspects of Islamic banking and finance? Islamic banking and finance is considered as a banking and finance system in consonance with the philosophy of Islam. So Islamic banking and finance is simply saying it is the management of money based on the Sharia rules or the philosophy of Islam. In addition to conventional good governance and risk management rules, it is governed by the principles laid down by the Islamic Sharia. So at the same time, Islamic banking and finance involves all the good practices related to conventional good practices related to good governance and risk management. The Islamic banking and finance is governed by the principles of Sharia and Islamic, the philosophy of Islam. As an alternative system to conventional interest-based financial system. Many describe Islamic banking and finance as interest-free banking, which is actually a very narrower term than what Islamic finance actually is. So many describe Islamic banking and finance as an interest-free banking or interest-free financial system. It is a very narrower concept. Actually, Islamic banking and finance, a more general term, is expected not only to avoid interest-based transactions, but also to follow all Sharia rules and principles related to financial transactions. So not only avoiding interest-based transaction, but also there are many more rules and regulations and principles according to the Islamic concept, Islamic perspective, such as gharar, maisir, and share of profit and loss. Gharar means the uncertainty, and maisir means such as gambling, lottery kind of active financial activities. Finance is generally based on some prohibitions and encouragements. Allah has allowed profit from trade and prohibited riba. It is very clearly mentioned in Quran that business is permitted for you. It is halal for you. At the same time, riba, the interest-based transactions, are prohibited for you. Islamic finance never considers loan as a financial product. Loan is not a financial product according to Islamic finance. It is considered as a monetary or financial transaction where the money is exchanged with a guarantee for repayment in full without any increment. So Islam says that money should not be exchanged. Money should not be exchanged with money with any kind of increment. If there is any kind of increment in the exchange of money, it is known as interest. What is sale in a business? The exchange is between good and money, good or service. The good or service is exchanged with money. But in the case of loan, the money is exchanged with money. It is not permitted according to the Islamic finance. Investment in Islamic context is not merely a financial or monetary transaction of fund transfer, but to be permissible in Islam for the purpose of earning a profit, it should be associated with tangible or real assets. So that's why Islam says that loan is not permitted in Islam, because there is no association with tangible real assets. Next, we will discuss about the property rights in Islam. Private ownership of resources is recognized in Islam, as God has created the world with natural resources for people to enjoy. So private ownership and earning money from your effort, various type of effort, it may be mental effort, it may be physical effort, it is permitted in Islam. Private owners are entitled to returns on their labor and capital investment. So Islam permits to earn money. Either it may be from the labor. Labor means it may be your physical work or mental work, or it may be your capital investments in a business. Also, individuals involved in free trade must be rewarded for their investments and willingness to take risk. Obviously, your efforts to start a business or to be part of a business would be you can earn from that, for that, some remuneration for that in the form of profit. But they all must contribute for the betterment of the community by making tax and charity payment. Even though private ownership and the earning is permitted in Islam, a portion of it should be contributed into the society in the form of charity or the zakat. At the same time, unproductive hoardings of resources is prohibited. Without any use, Islam never permits to leave lands or any assets without any use. Islam discourages that. Islam encourages profit making is encouraged. The government is responsible to provide public goods, redistribute income, and protect individual property rights. So it is the responsibility of the government to ensure a proper mechanism or system is running in the markets in an Islamic country. Islam considers the following sources as the permitted sources from which you can earn. Physical and mental work, whatever you earn from your physical work or from your mental work, it is considered as under your ownership. Landed property and rent, the rent or whatever you earn from your land is also under your ownership. Mining and minerals, inheritance and bequest, trade and commerce. These are the sources considered or permitted as under your ownership. Anything out of this, such as whatever you earn from the non-permitted businesses in Islam, or from lottery or gambling or from cheating, it is not considered under your ownership according to the Islamic law and Islamic philosophy. Property obligations. Now let us discuss the property obligations in Islam. First one is prohibition of riba, that is interest. Riba is known as interest. The taking of interest is forbidden in Islam, usually is said to be sinful exploitation for the following reasons. Islam considers interest, riba, usually is as an exploitation, as a form of exploitation. How it is an exploitation? It concentrates of economic wealth with wealthy people and makes needy people poorer. As we know that in the conventional financial system, banking system, wealthy people invest their money, unwanted money in their fixed deposits or in their accounts, various forms of accounts. And this money is given for needy people in the form of loan and takes back from the needy people more money. So a person who needs 1 lakh rupee is liable for 1 lakh plus 14% of interest in the next day after taking a loan. And a wealthy person who puts his unwanted money in his saving account or a fixed deposit account gets 7% or 6% extra. So it's a kind of exploitation, and it concentrates the wealth, accumulates the wealth with a certain number of people. There would be no economic equity among the society. It offers a riskless economic venture, and it is an attempt to maximize the money without any labor activity and hard work. So Islam says that you may earn either from your mental work or for physical work or any other sources of income we told. But the money which you just putting in a safe, less free account, and the money which comes back in the form of interest without any kind of hard work or labor activity is not considered as your money according to Islam. Another property obligation is prevention of gharar. It is uncertainty. Prevention of gharar for assuring transparency in contract. So uncertainty should not be there in any kind of financial transactions or exchanges. What are the uncertainty? Uncertainty in the form of quality or quantity. You should have very clear idea about the quality of the product, quantity of the product, or exchange, delivery of the product, and price of the product. So everything, every documents related to a product should be very clear. There should not be any uncertainty. Prevention of miser. Next obligation is prevention of miser. There should not be any involvement of earning which comes from gambling in your property. For avoiding wasting of money, expecting easy wealth. So gambling, people are involved in gambling kind of activities for earning money expecting for investing, they spend the money expecting easy wealth. So it is also not permitted in Islam. The legal obligation of zakat, another property obligation is the zakat. Whatever you earn, you have to pay back. You have to spend a particular amount, a percentage from your earning in the form of zakat to the needy people. Prohibition of unjustified means in the business. Islam permits to do the business only in the form of justified means. There are so many ethical aspects you have to follow. Earning from such type of business is only permitted in Islam.